Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll. Good morning to you. How is everybody this morning? I hope everybody is doing just fine. I'm doing great, and I don't think we have a lot of preamble this morning. I encourage you all to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone that is in dire need of some encouragement, inspiration, enlightenment, empowerment, and a whole lot of unconditional love, do share this video with them. Let them know that we are all about unconditional love on this channel, unconditional love and light on this channel. Let them know that everyone is welcome on this channel, and we are all about that unconditional love and light, not just for ourselves, but for each and every spirit that is on the face of this planet. So, this is a reading for the collective today, as it is every day, and my hope is that regardless of your current circumstance, that you can glean something good and positive from all my readings, regardless, again, of your current circumstances. And my hope is that at the end of each video you feel emboldened and empowered to make good life choices, make the right changes to your life so that you can continue to experience good and positive things, and you can continue to experience the best life possible for yourself. In fact, and I'm going to have to actually back up just a little bit because I do remember one thing that I needed to tell you guys. I tend to talk with my hands a lot. And when I talk with my hands tend to get in front of the camera, just like that. And I'm waving them around and trying to bring home a point and, you know, jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands. And I apologize for that. I was reviewing a couple of my videos here lately, and it seems like in a lot of my videos, my hand is right here for the entire video. And for that, I am truly, truly sorry. I will try to express my hands, not in front of the camera, but in fact behind the camera, a little bit more, so that you're not subjected to my dry, flaky skin that needs to be moisturized. So yeah, that was my one apologia for today. Shout out to Aisha Tyler for her podcast, It Is No More, that I miss terribly. But anyway, that is my one apologia for today, if I can steal that from Miss Aisha Tyler. And so let's get into today's reading. We have one main storyline for today, one main plot line that runs throughout our entire reading for today, and then we have two subplots that also are a thoroughfare for today's reading. So we have to pull those cards, so let's get into that right now. Our main thoroughfare plot line for today is brought to us by the Seven of Ariel, which is represented by the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck. But there he is, the Seven of Ariel. And the Seven of Ariel says, you have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. review your progress, and make plans for your next endeavor. Okay, so this might be as far as job or career moves. So yeah, we're getting perhaps a little bit of career tease going on this morning so far. We'll see what the rest of the two subplots have to say and see if we're correct about that, and see if we can get a little bit more depth and color to our reading with the two subplots. So our first subplot is brought to us by the Two of Raphael. Aww. The Two of Raphael, of course, is represented by the Two of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck. But there we are. There's the Two of Raphael. I love this card. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love. I love that. I love that. This feels more, the Two of Raphael can either mean personal, intimate relationships, or it also can mean partnerships with other people. And so I believe that based on the Seven of Ariel, we'll be moving into business partnerships with people today as far as this reading goes. But we'll see what the last subplot has to say about all that, and I'm sorry about all the glare. So let's look into our third subplot. Okay. Spirit is saying for me to just go ahead and pull from the top again, and so I'm going to do that. Our last subplot today is brought to us by the Four of Gabriel. There's the Four of Gabriel right there. And of course the Four of Gabriel is represented by the Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck. So there we are. There's the Four of Gabriel. And the Four of Gabriel is time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. The Four of Gabriel is the happy home card, Four of Wands. Building that foundation so that you can have that happy home and that happy result. I'm definitely getting career tease from all of that. So we'll start with a little bit of numerology. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. And so 4 is the number of stability. 4 corners, 4 pillars. It's very much a stable kind of number. And so what permeates this entire reading is a sense of stability. It's not going to go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and our non-conforming, non-gender conforming persons out there. This is not going anywhere. I get the feeling that this is a business relationship. I get that this is a business venture, and the Four is saying that you have the capacity, you have the ability to actually build something stable and long-lasting, which we will get to with the Four of Gabriel. But let's start with the Seven of Ariel. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. This is so very much about business. And it says that you have invested wisely. Those of us who are small business owners, myself included, the Traveling Tarot, travelingtarot.com, please book an appointment with me. I'd love to read for you. You have invested wisely. There are some of you that may be questioning if this was the right business venture for you, if this was the right plan for you, if this was the right move for you and your business. The Seven of Ariel is saying, yes, you need to have patience and wait for the harvest. Sitting around and having patience, having patience and sitting around, by the way, are two different things. Sitting around is just, resting on your laurels and just waiting. Having patience means planting the seeds tending to your garden and having faith that it will grow, all the while continuing on with life as you are tending to your garden. Having patience means I'm not going to sit and wait and stare at this little seedling like trying to will it to grow. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be about the business of the day, which is tending to my garden, making sure everything is where it needs to be, and then moving on with the rest of my life, having patience and waiting for the harvest. You have done everything right up to now. You have invested wisely. The Seven of Ariel would not have come up if I did not need to tell somebody out there that you have invested wisely. You have done the right thing. You were correct in everything that you did. Well, maybe not everything, but it certainly got you to where you were going. And where you're going is a really, really, really good and positive thing. So make sure that you're not second guessing yourself. Please do not put a lot of real estate on worry. Preaching to the choir, I am the biggest worrier that ever worried, as I probably told you before. But we have invested wisely. We were smart about the way that we did things, and things are working out just fine. Having faith that things will work out just fine, and having patience that things are working out just fine is like a hallmark of the things that we need to do in order to make sure that our business continues to thrive. And finally, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Again, reviewing our progress, checking and tending to the garden that we have created, being about that business, but at the same time allowing your business the room to grow and to breathe and to expand and to just be. Seven of Ariel is advising us, do not micromanage your business into the ground, because that can happen, and that has happened so many, countless times since the dawn of humanity. So said the Seven of Ariel is saying, you have invested wisely. Review your progress, make plans for your next endeavor, but have patience and wait for the harvest. Allow it to breathe. Give it some room. Allow it to flourish and grow as it will. Do not micromanage your business into the ground. Be about your business. Don't destroy your business. I often say that that my lesson in the Seven of Ariel is that I killed a cactus once. I watered a cactus so much because I thought I was doing the right thing, and I thought, I have to keep this cactus, hydrated and all this. I watered it too much and I killed it. So it was a lesson in the Seven of Ariel that, sometimes you just need to allow things the chance and room to breathe. Let's move on to the Two of Raphael, which is two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love. I want to start with the two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Again, the Two of Raphael, the Two of Cups over here, is very often concerned with romantic relationships, intimate entanglements. But it can also be about partnerships that we enter into with people. Your business, whomever you might be that may be listening to this and watching this morning, there's somebody out here that needs to bring on a partner. There's somebody out there that needs to find somebody who has the same passion, who has the same focus, who has the same drive, who has the same ambitions, who wants the same things as you do. And go into partnership with that person to make something that you have created even more wonderful and even more successful, because you have somebody else there to lighten your load, and you have somebody else there to bounce ideas off of, and you have somebody else there to cheerlead for and for them to cheerlead for you. There may be somebody out there that absolutely needs to find a partner, to find a business partner. Also, your partner may have networking abilities that you simply just don't have. They may have contacts, they may have resources, they may have access to people that you just don't have access to. Bring on a partner. Bring on somebody that will take your business from 0 to 100. Bring on that person. Because if you don't, it will just slow down the progress of your own business. You know, we get very, very precious about our businesses. I, for one, know that the Traveling Tarot, travelingtarot.com, is my baby. I love the Traveling Tarot, and I want to nurture it, and I want to see it grow. I know that I am very precious about my business. And because of that, it's very, very hard for me to perhaps bring on a partner. But luckily for me, this is the kind of business that perhaps you don't need a partner until you grow to a certain level. And I'm nowhere near that level just yet. I have every intention of getting to that level, and I work towards getting to that level each and every day. But I'm not quite there yet. But when I do, I have to stop being so precious about the baby that I have birthed and sent out into the world. I have to be a little bit less precious with that. And the Two of Raphael is encouraging you also to be a little less precious, perhaps, about what you have created, so that you can allow other people in and allow that creation to grow in ways that you wouldn't be able to do all by yourself. Finally, don't give up on those you love. That's just practical and good advice, regardless of your current circumstance. Don't give up on people. You can set boundaries with people, but don't give up on them. It is so important that the people that you love know that you haven't given up on them, even when they have done things that maybe haven't been the greatest. Them knowing that there's somebody out there that's still cheerleading for them might be the difference between life and death for them today. And I'm getting all of that information, and I'm just relaying it out to you. There might be somebody out there that your belief in them, your love for them, your cheerleading for them is the thing that is keeping them from jumping out a window, from jumping off of a bridge, from from totally giving up on life. They're holding on to you. You are their lifeline. I encourage you, if you have someone like that in your life, to reach out to them to make sure that they are okay. And if they need you for anything, assure them that you are there. Two of Raphael. Finally, the Four of Gabriel. Time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. The Four of Gabriel, again, the Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck. The Four of Gabriel is also like a honeymoon card. It's very much, oh, we're married now, and it's time for a celebration, and all of that jazz. Marrying businesses, marrying ideas in businesses. You know, I could meet somebody tomorrow that's an astrologer, or I could meet somebody tomorrow that is an energy worker. I could meet somebody tomorrow that reads tea leaves, and I could go in business with that person and make my business, the Traveling Tarot, travelingtarot.com, much more stable and much more secure and much longer lasting. That could happen, and I just feel like, even if that doesn't happen for me, I feel like that may happen for somebody out there that's watching this video today, that you might marry two ideas that may not even seem like they go together. Like, you put your chocolate in my peanut butter. You put your peanut butter in my chocolate. You know, that old commercial. it might not seem like these two go together like Wendy's Frosties and Wendy's French fries, but strangely enough they do. Be open to that. There might be somebody who has a business that seems completely unrelated to you, but together it actually works. And be open to that possibility, be open to that marriage, be open to that blending of ideas to create something that is even more wonderful. And again, abundant rewards for hard work. You are a hardworking individual. You are incredibly hardworking, probably even to your own detriment at times. You work way too much. Again, releasing yourself from burdensome situations. Bringing on a partner means half the work you don't have to do. Just think about that for a moment. Abundant rewards for your hard work. You're about to receive that and reap the rewards of being being an incredible workaholic. So, yeah. It's time for a celebration. You're about to either meet someone that is going to increase your bottom line, or you're about to meet somebody who is going to increase your ability to increase your own bottom line. I see nothing but blue skies. I see nothing but happiness. I see nothing but success here. It's all successful, it's all love, it's all wonderful, it's all beautiful. Again, having patience and watching your hard work grow and come to fruition, that's wonderful. Coming into a new partnership with someone, that's wonderful. This partnership might be something that sounds like Wendy's Frosties and Wendy's French fries together. Doesn't seem like it goes together, but it just does. And when you two combine, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be better than it could ever have been if you just worked by yourself. So this is definitely a work kind of a reading today. So for those of us that are small business owners, I encourage you to look into perhaps building your business by going into partnerships with other people. And you invested wisely. Again, you have invested wisely. Things are going to come up wonderful for you today. There's your reading. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, universe, for that encouragement. Thank you, universe, for that enlightenment. Thank you, universe, for that empowerment that we are on the right path. We are doing things correctly. And now it's time to take whatever we are doing to the next level. So let's go ahead and get on down to the nitty-gritty. Get on down to the nitty-gritty. Get on down to the nitty-gritty. Nitty-gritty. Yeah. Yeah. The nitty-gritty. We will do a 3-card spread. Morning, midday/afternoon, and evening, and we will see if the universe has anything more specific it needs to share with us today. So here we go. Morning, afternoon, and evening. Okay. Very good. So we'll start with the Two of Swords. There it is, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a balance card, but it also can be a card of stagnation. It can be a card of potential energy. It can be a card of energy that is waiting to be utilized in one way or another. But if it is left to its own devices, it eventually dies. And what I'm getting from this card is a decision has to be made before. Time is never up, but sometimes are more conducive to what we're trying to do than other times. And I get the feeling that, like, if you were wanting to go into a partnership, if you were looking to go into a partnership with someone, or looking for someone to go into a partnership with, this is the time to do it, because there may be other times that will be less conducive and less giving than other times. You know, it's very interesting. The Seven of Ariel, the Seven of Pentacles, it's very much a gardening theme. It's very, very much a gardening theme of planting when you're supposed to plant, tending to your garden when you're supposed to tend to your garden, allowing your garden to grow, and then harvesting your garden, and then giving it rest so that it can recuperate from all of the activity of spring, summer, and fall, so that winter it can rest and start back up, back in spring again. Again, when I say that time is never up, there's always more conducive times to do it. It's very much a gardening metaphor. Right now is the perfect time to find that business partner. You can plant your seeds in the winter, but will they grow? Depending upon the seed, fair enough, but odds are most seeds flourish in the spring and summer rather than the fall and winter, in general terms. And so right now is a more conducive time to what you want to do. If you wait, it will become less and less conducive to what you want to do until it comes back around again. But who wants to wait for it to come back around again when it's here right now? The universe is saying, don't miss this opportunity, or else you'll have to wait a while for this opportunity to come back around again. Again, time is never up. It just means that right now is fertile. Right now is, the potential is fertile right now. Work with that. Use that to your advantage. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until it comes back around, because the rest between the time it is now and the time that it comes back around, that time that is in the in-between time may not be as conducive to what you want to do. So act now. So here we are, the Temperance card, our midday/afternoon card, our Temperance card. Balance. And this is telling me that one of the reasons why it's important for some of you to perhaps get a partner is so that you can bring your life back into balance. Again, when we're talking about the Seven of Ariel and tending to our garden, but there is a difference between that and driving our garden into the ground and destroying our business by being so focused on our business and that we can't see things that are coming that might be a detriment to our business. The Temperance card is saying bringing on people that have your same vision, bringing on people that will work hard for you, bringing on people that have that same kind of work ethic that you do will free up your time to become more balanced in every aspect of your life. So it's not just because you want your business to grow and thrive and succeed that you bring on new people, but also so that you can get back to being balanced. Physical, mental, spiritual, social, I forgot the other one. I thought there was 5, but physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. At least those 4 need to be brought back into balance in your life, and a great way to do that is by spreading the wealth, sharing the love. Oh gosh, I forget the word that I'm looking for. Delegate. That's the word I'm looking for. Delegating responsibility will lighten your load and will allow you to come back into a much more temperate space. And finally, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. This is how we will end our day today, with the Ace of Wands. New beginnings, time to act. The Ace of Wands has come up with the Ace of Gabriel at least twice this week. it's interesting that it's either come up here as the Ace of Wands or it's come up here in one of these positions. I think it's generally on the subplot positions at least twice this week. And it's just saying now is the time for a new beginning. Now is the time to start the new chapter. Now is the time to explore something beautiful and big and wild and wonderful and woolly and wonderful. Now is the time. Again, the Two of Swords is saying you have this potential. You need to make sure that you're acting on this energy that is right here and right now. You need to step into the new. You need to start stepping into the new. Turn the page, turn the chapter, turn the corner. It's time for something new and wonderful in your life. And what a beautiful, 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 beautiful inspiration this morning. What a beautiful inspiration. Thank you, universe, for this lesson today. So we're going to do our affirmator, and we're going to do, of course, our affirmator at work, because this has definitely to do with work today. So let's go ahead and give these good old cards a good old shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, and let's cut them. And our affirmator for work today is limits. Okay, limits. Well, all right, limits. And it says, it's fun to be a yes person, but not when the yeses are maybe responsible for you suddenly having no time, patience, will to live. I'm sorry, my eyes are so bad, I need glasses. It's a time to exercise, it's time to exercise your right to set boundaries and declare limits on how much responsibility you can take on. Yes, you are sometimes allowed to say no, and no, that won't make anyone claw out your eyes and claw your eyes out. You know what you can handle, and nothing is going to fall apart if you nobly admit you've noticed you're now that you're not able to add another unopened note to your novel of notifications now. Oh, good Lord. I swear I can read. I promise you I can read. I promise you I have a college degree that states Stephen can read. But man, that was difficult. Limits, setting boundaries, knowing when to say no. No is the third most powerful word in the English language. The first being love, the second being yes, and the third being no. And the interesting thing is, it reaches the top three by only being 2 letters long and 1 syllable long. Love, yes, no. The 3 most powerful words on the face of the planet. Say no more often. Set your limits. And again, it kind of goes along with what we've been talking about today. Finding people who believe, who have the same vision as you, means you can delegate the responsibilities to them. When you bring them onto your team, you can delegate. You don't have to say no. You can just say, Sally Sue is helping me out with that. Why don't you go and ask her? Or Jimmy Joe over there knows a lot more about that than I do. Why don't I send you over to him? So you're not saying no, you're just delegating, which allows you to set your own limits. It all matches up. So set limits, and also even if you're not in business and you're not going into business and any of that, again, no is the third most powerful word in the English language. Setting limits is something that we all should learn how to do. And setting limits is something that the universe encourages us to do so that we don't, again, putting the oxygen mask on ourselves first, taking care of ourselves first, so that we have the extra energy and we have the extra headspace to actually help other people. Setting limits. I know that I have had difficulty with that in the past, but the universe is saying now is the time for all of us to learn how to set better limits, not only for ourselves, but for the people that approach us with 1,000,001 different things that they want us to do in any given day. So, while you are setting limits, make sure to love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love yourself completely. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first. Love yourself foremost. And everything else will fall into line. Have a fantastic Thursday, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.